Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's over there.
You don't have anything to pop. You don't have nothing to rip and grip except for a water bottle. No satisfying. You didn't need to crunch the bottle, though. Horrendous.
You know.
Audio poison.
Yeah. Hello, everyone,
Howdy.
and welcome back to Adastra.
We're in Amicus's room now.
We are in Amy Boy's room.
We just saw Alex and Cassius.
Yep, I assume that's the last time.
I'm assuming as well.
So are they just leaving, or are they also gonna try to take the ship?
What do you mean?
I thought they were going there to like take the ship and leave.
To steal the ship to fly to Amorpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are they just now just going?
Can they
back
even
to
do that though? Because I thought yeah, I guess Amicus took it and piloted it even though his dad was dead.
Yeah.
So,
They have fuel again, I think.
Yeah, they have the stretch drive. So, my thought was like, oh, it's not going to operate for anyone but the Emperor, but that's not true.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I think, are we going to get to the end? This is nighttime of the final day.
No,
the epilogue is going to be 20 hours of reading.
Please. Please. I want this to be a Persona 5 long epilogue where it's like 2 hours of cutscene post the final boss fight.
Jesus. When are we going to play Strikers? When are you going to play Strikers?
Give me a copy.
I'll borrow it from Nils. He's not playing it.
Oh my god.
We have the means. We have the technology. I'll wait until when you get close to finishing Xeno 2, if you don't know what you're going to do next, let me know and I'll get it for you.
I'd rather finish Digimon Survive.
Oh my god. Would you really? Then to revisit the Persona 5 cast?
I hate the cast so much. That is like, barring Persona 1.
Okay.
That is the worst cast of characters in the franchise.
God damn.
I'll take the P4 cast over the P5 cast.
I mean, naturally. Chie, Yosuke, and all.
Yep. It's fine.
Man. I think about that cast sometimes, and it's like,
With the P4 cast?
Yeah. And it's like, Chie and Yosuke are a pretty big part of it.
Yeah.
Because then you have Rise,
who?
Yukiko, Naoto, and Kanji, and Petty.
Yeah.
But, like, taking 2 people out of that cast, like, makes a pretty big impact.
Yeah, it does.
Damn.
You could remove half the cast of P5 and no one would notice.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't get rid of Haru because I love her, but she comes in so late in the game that no one ever uses her.
You could actually pluck her out of the game and the game wouldn't change.
It wouldn't change at all. Probably same for Makoto as well. Or is she a little more important?
She's the pseudo narrator.
What about Splatoon?
Oh, you could take her out.
Okay.
I forgot. She wasn't in the lineup in my head. I'll be honest.
So the support character. Well, you can't even say that because you love Fuka. Fuka's the support, and she's like waifu of the year.
No, she's waifu of the century. Come on, Fuka Bazooka.
My Fuka Bazooka.
Fuka Bazooka. Gasp! The enemy.
The enemy. Oh, I love Fuka so much. I love Fuka.
Give me some time. Analyzing.
See, at least Junpei and Yukari have like the least amount of first guy and girl syndrome for the most part.
I do like how they're like shitty people.
Yeah.
There's something about like, I know that people criticize Persona 3 for this. I love that cast is so shitty.
They're all really not good.
They're all incredibly self-centered individuals. They are not friends, but they become friends.
They start out as coworkers.
Yeah, like, and I felt like that was the closest like a cast got.
It's pretty
barring good.
2. Who?
Yeah.
Oh, Maya.
Yeah, Maya. Yeah.
That was a reference in Persona 3. That's
exactly.
how I know about it.
Yeah. They play her character theme at one point because it's so good. Yeah, it's in the even in the soundtrack. It's just called Maya's theme, and I'm like, okay,
it's pretty good, right? I mean, hey, pay homage to actual best girl of Persona.
Oh my god, she is
Actual best girl of Persona.
Best girl.
Just is what it is. I didn't make the rules.
Second best girl is definitely the teacher from 3. Yeah.
She's just like
she's trashy in a way.
She's Yukari, but stretched. Because they have the same haircut.
We've elongated.
They have the same haircut. It's Yukari elongated, but better. It's fine.
Man, you know that she would be like, she's the girl that would spam the Pog face in Twitch chat.
She's so oh my god. She would stream League.
She would be a VTuber. Like in 2020, she would have become a VTuber.
Would it be copyright infringement to make a VTuber model of her?
I think yeah, for sure. But you know that she would apply for HoloLive.
Yeah.
Or Nishi Sanji, like
it's true, yeah.
And she would get into Nishi Sanji.
Not cut out for HoloLive, but that's okay. She'll still have some viewers.
Right.
Speaking of, so this isn't wholly related, but speaking of VTubers, it made me think of the Sonic VTuber, and then thinking of the Sonic VTuber made me think of this TikTok that I really want to show you. So give me like 2 seconds.
Okay.
It's worth it, I promise. It's really good. It's a good one.
You've heard it here, guys.
Well,
it's worth it.
If it loads up.
It's worth it. After this, you have to link it in the Discord.
Okay, yeah, because people in the Discord use TikTok. That's true.
Yeah.
Hell. Well, your service is really bad down here, so it might be a minute.
Oh, so, I mean, my phone works fine down here.
You're on the Wi-Fi. We don't play this game. You're on the Wi-Fi. You can't fool me.
I head back into our bedroom, suddenly extremely tired at the euphoria of the night begins to wash off. I feel like days have passed. And when I find Amicus in the same position on the couch, I practically fall back into his arms. He shifts when I do, then hugs me tight before falling back to sleep. I wiggle myself deeper into his embrace before doing the same, falling asleep almost instantly. Instantly desu.
That's how it goes, right?
Okay.
Oh, it got bright.
Right. Wait. I have to ask you. When you see... God, I have to pull up a notepad file.
Okay.
I need to type this out. Text. How do you pronounce this name?
Sean? No, I don't pronounce it as Scene.
No, I've been saying Sheen in a place.
Sheen? Don't split the difference. Pick one or the other.
How is this Sean?
I don't know how it is Sean. It just
Where's
is.
the H? Where's the W?
It's like the actor. His name is Sean Bean.
I don't know who that is.
He was a Lord of the Rings. Seanbean. That's his name.
How do you spell Sheen?
Sheen.
Well, go.
There's no H. You seem in great amount of distress over this, Josh.
Because I don't understand. I'm gonna continue calling him Sheen. I'm correct.
His name is Sean.
It's just like Artemi. I'm gonna do it. I will rewrite history. If I say something forcefully enough, it will become history.
I believe it. I believe in you. You can do it. Of all people. Oh my god.
It only seems like a second passes before I feel myself being moved around. Then I feel Amicus's paw on my head, gently nudging me out of sleep.
Hey there, love. It's time to get ready. Forgot he was a character. He hadn't shown up until just now.
God, I know, right? It was a blessing. I stand off to the side, watching Amicus load up the ship. while checking various gadgets. Yes.
Gadgets. Just say the word.
Gadgets.
Jesus.
Virginia and Nephew make small talk by themselves in a corner just because they know they're the better characters and don't need to interact with the rest of this cast.
It's true.
The kind that makes it feel as if I'm not going away for 8 years, that everything is still normal. Then I have to remind myself that this technically isn't normal, even though it feels that way now. Finally, Amicus walks up, brushing his paws together.
Well, it's about time we're off. I should be back in no more than 2 days' time, Virginia.
I certainly hope that to be the case. Considering how much work will pile up, I'll try to keep the Empire from rebelling while you're gone. Okay.
Thank you, Virginia.
And I look forward to our next reunion, Marco. Are you? Are you?
Are you?
I want... Virginia, Marco's not listening. You can tell me
if
that's a lie.
This is a safe space. I found that TikTok, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, here we go.
Me, if you're a quirked up white boy,
Hold on, let me start it over.
You're asking me if you're a quirked up white boy, go to with the sauce? I don't know if you want my opinion. Hey, Sonic.
Hey, what's
You
up?
want to check this one?
Yeah, sure, let me see. Divided by 6. Yeah, no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bitch.
Oh my god!
It's really good.
Okay, why is Tails the best, though?
He really is, though. He always has been.
I know people might disagree with me, but I do think Sonic Adventure was the peak of Tails' character arc.
That's a spicy take.
Is it, though?
It's a little spicy.
It was him growing up and facing Eggman by himself.
And
that was what his story was.
I guess truly he hasn't really done much else.
Because it wasn't Sonic that beat Eggman in that game. It was Tails.
That's true. Because Sonic was busy fighting Shadow.
And no, that was before. It was fighting Chaos.
Chaos, right.
And I just I've always thought that was cool that like Tails is the one who does it. And he's like, no, I can do this without Sonic.
I saw a mod today of Sonic Adventure DX.
Yeah.
Where they replaced Sonic with Klonoa.
I saw that too.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
A different timeline, a worse timeline.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you this.
So rude.
I'm really sorry to tell you this. Sonic is cooler than Klonoa.
He is cooler. I'm not going to deny that.
Have you heard his world?
But I just love Klonoa.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with someone I'm in the orchestra with because I went out to dinner with some of them last night and after practice, and we got talking just about different things, and he said he's in a video game, like basically a video game book club where they all offer a game and they all play it, like usually emulate it. And he's like, I just want to get everyone to play Sly 2 because they need to. And I lost my mind. I met someone in real life that likes these fucking games. That's
normal. Like our generation typically likes Ratchet, Jack, or Sly.
But it's always usually Ratchet or Jack.
That's because
it's never Sly.
That's because one, Ratchet's the cutest little shade. Let's get that out of the way. He's easily the most fuckable one.
Oh my god!
Because he is a baby bottom bitch, and it's just like, yeah, I can.
Okay.
like Sly, you know that he's a switch.
That's fine,
and you know that he would like try to convince you to bottom for him, and that doesn't fly with me.
But he can be what you need him to be.
And in the case of Jack doesn't know what sex is.
That's also
so I would just feel bad.
Not until 2.
No, he still doesn't know what sex is.
That's true. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what sex is, but he knows what vengeance.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
He does like orgasm on the motorbike, though.
That's true.
He doesn't know what's happening.
No.
It just keeps happening, though.
He does kiss in 3, though. Ashlyn kisses him, remember?
Yeah, but he doesn't. It's her that kisses him.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't know what sex is.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like Goku in that way.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What the fuck?
He doesn't know what sex is. So, like, I can't view Jack in that way.
Yeah. But no, it felt very liberating to talk about that. And then we did talk about Klonoa as well. And again, haven't met... other than my friends who introduced me to Klonoa in elementary school, I haven't met a single person in real life that liked the games other than myself.
And to clarify Sly, see, the problem is... Ratchet up front cute and fuckable.
Okay.
The problem is that in Sly, the cute and fuckable one is off to the side.
Oh. Oh man. I mean, I can't really even argue with you because you get a bunch more like party members basically. Like the team grows in Sly 3.
Yeah.
But like honestly, none of them are really fuckable. Well, for you, like Penelope's there. She's a cute little mouse girl, but like.
Yeah, but
she's
Murray's there.
I mean,
no
Murray
one's
is great.
no one's gonna be able to like.
No one will want to fuck the guru. No one can tell me otherwise. I mean, Panda King is cool. I like him.
He's fine.
He's cool. Like
But
the villains of one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well,
but
I mean,
Murray.
Raleigh was there. I mean, he's a little British and crusty.
Murray's the cute one.
I know. I get it.
And the bulldog was the
Mugshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
He was the best one.
I saw the designs for the scrapped Slime movie recently in like a picture.
They're not good.
So bad.
They're not good.
Like they did Murray so dirty.
It's facts. Now they did improve Sly in one way.
By giving him
They
pants.
gave him pants.
Why is that improvement?
Because it means he has it. Otherwise, he wouldn't need to wear pants. It's now hotter.
Maybe he's just.
It's now just hotter.
Maybe he's just got enough fur that it covers up everything.
Okay. So like you take like the Zootopia tigers, right?
Okay.
If they just didn't have the underwear, would it be more like it's now hornier that they're wearing the shorts than if they weren't?
Because like they do like the whole scene with the Naturalist Club to make it seem like gross. Oh, they're naked.
Yeah.
But like you don't see anything.
Right.
But when
then
they
you
wear
put-
underwear,
but
it's
when
like,
you-
well,
yeah.
what are they packing in there?
Yeah. Exactly. That's how this works. That's how this works.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's true.
I hope your experience contributes to a more disciplined character. Thanks.
Jesus,
Of course.
I just realized how long we didn't read for.
Oh, that was like 10 minutes. But Virginia sticks out a paw, and I blink at it until realizing that, what she's doing. The way I first greeted her. I bend to kiss it. Goodbye, Marco. I step back awkwardly. Bye. Then Nefertiti sticks...
That was so sudden.
He's
so mad.
Look at this angry boy.
I really like this image. This is really cute. I like this a lot.
Where's my sitcom with this cast?
Like with this being the dynamic.
Then Nefertiti's paw sticks out, and I hear Amicus sigh loudly next to me.
We need the guy who does those like he has like those 3D models of you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I need that person to do like little like Full House style opening with the models and with the cast of Adastra.
I don't humor the jackal though. Instead, just forcing it into an awkward handshake.
Man, kiss this man's. That's a new one.
Another human greeting. I'll have to show you more when I see you next time.
Whenever that might be.
It'll happen, I promise. Nefertiti raises an eyebrow at my assuredness.
Assuredness. Assuredness. Make a sh sound. 2 S's means shh.
Assuredness.
Like,
But
you know.
nods.
Like the word address.
No, it's fine.
Well, here's a Chemian goodbye. One between those who are close.
Oh, I hope he just takes out a knife and stabs you.
We exchange knives in each other's abdomens and walk away. Whoever falls down killed the relationship.
He then leans down, pulling me forward. What? Wait. My chin rests on his shoulder, his paw coming up to rest on my head, his cheeks pressing to mine.
May Ahotep be with you on every step of your journey, brother, and may he help you find all that you seek.
I expect to hear Amicus and make more noise of disapproval, but it's quiet. I stand there for a few moments, then awkwardly put my hand on the jackal's head, hoping I'm returning the gesture properly. I stand still until Nefertiti lets go and pulls back. Never heard you call me brother before.
It's a farewell normally reserved for siblings. I haven't performed it since I last saw my sister on Kemia, in fact.
You see me as a brother?
Close enough. Until we meet again, friend.
Thanks, and yeah, until then, nephew. Amicus coughs awkwardly, stepping forward and putting his paw around my shoulder.
All right. See you all when I return. That was cute.
Yeah, that's cute enough. I like how commanding Amicus is. Like, no, he's mine.
Yeah, get away.
Around his shoulder. Nope.
Nope.
I was like, what? What are you compensating for, friendo? Virginia smiles and Nefanu nods as we turn away from them. Amicus leading the way to the ship that's parked on the palace lawn.
I mean, Amicus is clearly not like ashamed of his chode.
Right.
He's got more girth than length, but sometimes that really kind of does it.
Yeah, for some people. He jumps in first, then reaches down to help pull me up. As soon as I'm inside, the door closes before I can look back. Okay. Well, been a while.
Oh yeah, we see.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What were their names?
Oh shit! Boy.
Shit, I can't remember the names.
Oh god. That's fine. I'm struck by the fact that I haven't been inside the ship since I first got here, yet it's all so familiar. Ah.
All right, let's make sure we have everything.
Amicus walks around the back of the ship, looking at various compartments, looking into the utility closet that I'd once been stuffed into. He opens the door to his quarters, doing more checks. I move to the seat that I'd sat in a year ago and look out the window. Virginia and Neferu stand by the entrance of the palace, still watching. I wave and Neferu raises a paw in acknowledgement.
Everything appears to be in order. Com, initiate liftoff.
Liftoff sequence engaged. I hate the word engaged, but hey, that's fine.
Why?
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. The ship rumbles.
You stand alone on that island, friend. I will wave at you from here.
No. All Yu-Gi-Oh players who were playing in the last 3 to 4 years, they all know about the card Sky Striker Mobilize Engage.
I see.
And no one called it the full name. People would just say Engage.
So they wouldn't call it Sky Striker Mobilize.
Yeah, Sky Striker.
Why? Well, I mean, why would they call it the whole name? You guys abbreviate card names all the time.
Yeah, I love Rhoda.
Yeah. So why is that an issue?
It's not. I'm just saying that's what.
Oh,
that's what
I
it is.
see,
Yeah,
I see,
so
I see.
we just say Engage, and everyone knows what
Knows
the word
what you're
engage.
talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Makes sense.
Engage. Fucking off the top of the deck, every time.
Well, what does it do? Why is
It's
it?
Pot of Greed, but better.
Oh, that's how they get around the ban. They don't call it Pot of Greed anymore.
Right. So it lets you add any Sky Striker card to hand,
Okay.
and if you have 3, so the Sky Strikers had this weird gimmick of all their spell cards had an extra effect if you had 3 spell cards engraved.
Okay.
And so Sky Striker, Engage, was just add a Sky Striker card, and if you have 3 in trash, draw a card.
Yeah, that is just draw 2.
The card is also not once per turn.
Oh my god.
And they have a link it's a link one. So usually you would search Sky Striker Ray or any piece you need.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray links off into Kagari.
Okay.
And Kagari just says add a Sky Striker spell from grave to hand. And so you could just activate Engage again.
So you draw 4 or draw 6 if you.
Yeah. It's just cool. Go Engage, do thing, Kagari, add back, play Engage again, add another piece, and so you'll get 2 draws and 2 searches out of the one.
That's
Engage.
Insanity.
Yeah. And so if you just open with multiple Engages in hand.
Yeah, so I'm holding half of my deck now, and now I will commence with the rest of my main
And it's just
phase.
one of those things that's just Konami.
Please.
I hate this.
You just made Pot of Greed again, and you can't see it. You fools.
Except it has an anime girl on it, so everyone's simping hard.
And it costs $30 each.
That shit was $100 on release. It was $300. Let's go.
No.
The ship rumbles. I already read that, probably. Yeah. Amicus sits heavily in his seat with a thump. buckling his seatbelt while I do the same. I watch out the window as Neferu, Virginia, and the palace now grow smaller and smaller, along with the entire city of Adastra. It's not unlike taking off for the airport on my way to Rome, though this is much faster. Before I know it, the glittering city fades into a small, sparkling spot of a light on the globe of the moon. I stare off at Adastra, at the little patches of glittering lights indicating the cities, and at the long stretches of dark blue that indicate the oceans. This is a moon, right?
Yeah.
It's got oceans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a moon because it orbits a planet. That's
Yeah.
why it's a moon. It's not orbiting a star. But it can be like, our moon is just very desolate, but there are
No, it's got a city on the other side.
yeah, that we can't see.
Yeah.
But Jupiter's moons are very variable and different, and they've got a bunch. So
Yeah, fine. Whatever. That's when I notice Amicus watching me closely. What? The big wolf shrugs.
Oh, just curious as to how you might feel at this moment. I must say, you seem less stressed than you had been last night.
I go back to looking out the window. No, excuse me. Getting a last look at Adastra. I am hiccuping.
I see.
fine.
I see.
Uh,
Very quiet.
we
but
get the wah wah.
At least it's not like my hiccups. My hiccups are insufferable. I can't hiccup quiet when I have hiccups.
Not choking on water.
Is this the end?
I die a lot. At least once a week, I choke on something while recording. It's fine though.
Yeah, it's fine. No. That water bottle really wants to fall.
It does. A smaller Twerk, and is that right?
Yep.
Twerk. Okay.
Mhm.
Torque.
Yeah.
Torque.
Yes.
Yeah. And the much larger Ann Chorus.
Correct.
I think things just became clearer, kind of like you said they would. Amicus grins, though I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what I'm talking about. A sufficient distance achieved. Prepare to enter the stretch drive. Okay.
That was the stretch drive. It wasn't.
Okay.
It didn't come from outside. No.
It's like, what?
That was the ship.
When hearing things outside.
The stretch drive engaged. I just those snowflakes are always blinking in your window, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like always.
Yeah.
Like that never stops.
Oh, so they turn on at around like 7 p.m. and turn off at around like 3 a.m.
Okay, so they're automatic.
Yeah.
Okay. But they've been there for ever.
Yeah.
And so is the Merry Christmas and the very
Shut up!
I'm really sad that you don't have the stars and thingies hanging from the ceiling from your graduation anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Those were up forever.
Yeah, they were. Amicus reaches out a paw and I take it.
Then there is much ahead of us together.
I nod, the others a statement of suffering with Amicus forever echoing through my head as I watch Adastra get smaller and smaller. Then, it's gone, replaced with warped space and unimaginable distance. I don't know, stretch drive doesn't sound as cool as a column.
I guess not.
Like in Xenosaga when they called like their thing columns, yeah. I thought that was the coolest name.
Pretty dang cool. But has to be original.
Right. About 10 hours. That's how much time we have before we get to Earth. We agree to stay up and treat it like having an entire day to ourselves. 2 hours pass quickly, yes, as we lie on the cot?
Mm-hmm.
What's a cot?
Like a bed.
What? Okay.
You never heard of a cot before?
I don't know. This almost looks like a typo to me.
No. Cot is a small, foldable bed.
Okay.
Typically used by the army.
Isn't that just a futon?
No, it's different.
Okay. As Amicus entertains me with various foods we have stashed in the compartments along the wall. He's brought plenty this time. He learned his lesson the first time after he ran out and had to rely on the less than savory protein mud shake. As for the space travel food, they apparently can't go bad, so we open every single one, taste testing them and ranking them from worst to best. Amicus is surprised that our rankings are nearly opposite each other, even though I expected it. You're always wanting everything sweet, Amicus.
Yes, because sweet is good.
Sometimes, but I'd rather have more of something that's salty and savory rather than sweet.
But why? It's like dessert all the time.
There's a reason dessert is small and comes last, Amicus.
I don't see the reason.
Ever heard of too much of a good thing?
If something is good, then there could never be enough of it.
Amicus flicks a round, blue pebble-like pellet into his muzzle, that I assume is some kind of fruit-flavored candy. I settle with munching on my salt potato-like dried vegetable. Okay, finding it sad that it's a bit better than most of the bland food on Adastra. Did your parents, ban you from eating anything sweet or something? Amicus pauses, in the process of pouring half the bag into his muzzle, before talking with his mouth full.
Oh, don't make me do that. Oh, yeah. How did you know?
Oh my god.
How did you know?
Ah, terrible. I grimace. So that's how you ran out of food last time. Amicus chews for a while, then swallows.
It's not like I'm always eating sweets. Virginia disallows me from doing so as well. I'm simply taking advantage of not being under supervision at the moment.
Aw, he doesn't count Marco as supervision.
Of course not.
Aw. Amicus, your consumption of sugar has exceeded your daily limit. A report for Virginia has been filed and will be supplied to her upon our landing on Adastra.
That's amazing.
Amicus pauses, then shrugs, pouring the rest of the bag into his mouth.
Oh my god.
Well, as long as you have the parental tech to keep you healthy.
We do. Everything in my body is regulated to normal levels once a month.
Wow, lucky you.
So I am technically free from any poor choice I make diet-wise. I'm simply kept away from sweets to discipline my impulses.
Well, that's clearly not working at all. Amicus smirks at me before opening another bag of what looks like candy. I glare at him, then poke him in the stomach, making him grunt. I think you're actually gaining a little more weight. The wolf clasps his stomach with a hard smack.
This? It's part of my stature and is important for my center of gravity in combat.
Yeah, sure. Oh, really?
He knows what's up.
I move to sit in Amicus's lap, rubbing my face against his bulk.
Yes, you see how handily I handle you when we wrestle. Besides, you like it.
I rest my head against his chest, feeling the softness of his strong body swell against me with each breath he takes. You got me there. I hesitate. I listen to the candies clacking around in his mouth, against his teeth and against each other. I've been savoring everything about him that I can, even just these sounds of him eating candy. God, make a recording it last longer. We sit there in silence for a bit, becoming all too aware of the passage of time. I take a deep breath. So, will we be able to communicate at all over the 8 years? Amicus pauses, his mood lowering a bit to match mine.
That's hard to say. I've wondered similar things, but I have not received an answer.
I sigh deeply. Sometimes I hate the parents. Amicus laughs, a stark contrast to how he would have reacted to such a statement a year ago.
They are frustrating, to say the least. I have a feeling that we will, though.
Yeah?
Yes, they work in very mysterious ways. I believe it is clear now that the archives are not their only method of communication. I think the two of us joining together in, say, a dream would not be out of the realm of possibility.
The confidence I'd originally felt while leaving Adastra is fading away at this point. Instead, I feel that familiar feeling of dread and uncertainty take over my mind. Yeah, I know what I'm doing now, but the whole process is so daunting. I hug Amicus harder, pressing my face into his fur, inhaling the lavender scent. I mumble in his chest. I'm scared.
Why's that? There's nothing to be afraid of.
I smile sadly, and knowing just how untrue that is, and that I have a hell of a struggle ahead of me. Amicus hugs me tightly, nuzzling my hair. Even now, he's managing to hold it together somehow, and that actually makes me feel a little grateful. I don't know how I'd be able to do this if he was acting as unusual as I am right now. You know how big of a fuck-up I am. What if I do something wrong?
You will.
Definitely. The parents will cover it. Amicus chuckles.
I feel that the parents would not attempt this unless they themselves were certain of success. Simply follow their guidance.
I'm silent at that, and Amicus knows why.
I know that what we experienced with Kato was terrible. They weren't able to see as clearly. I know that they are much more confident here.
I don't know how I feel about being guided by gods that don't know what they're doing.
Well, they are not gods, which is why they are prone to mistakes. But the time I've spent communicating with them over the past year has left me a bit more confident in their abilities.
I squeeze my eyes, letting the small amount of tears that had built up get soaked into the wolf's fur so much so he doesn't see when I look up at him. Why's that? He smiles at me, placing a paw against my head and pushing it back down against his shoulders.
Well, they have far more tools at their disposal than we do. I mean, they actually see the future in some ways. If I must trust anyone with my future, it would be the parents.
Amicus, don't trust anyone but yourself.
I trust you.
A mistake. I sigh. I just don't want to mess up and not be able to see you again. Amicus's expression grows stern.
That will not happen. I will make sure of it, no matter what the parents say.
But do we even have a choice? Does it bother you that it feels like we don't have a say in anything? These are conversations we've had before, but for some reason I keep flip-flopping on whether or not I actually do have a choice.
We do. We just have the advantage of knowing the alternatives, and that this path is much more desirable.
I'm reminded that while Amicus might be more open to criticizing the parents, he certainly still believes in their plan. I don't know if I feel the same, quite the same yet. You saw our future? Amicus pauses, probably wondering if this is okay to share. He seems to make up his mind.
Yes, it was beautiful.
I worry it's not really going to happen. I've only thought of it now, but what if they're leading us on? Amicus grunts in surprise, clearly not having thought of that himself.
They wouldn't do that. But I suppose there is some degree of trust that goes into this, yeah? We are here because of them. All of us are. And I have to trust that.
I sigh deeply. I just wish we could run away to some other peaceful planet or something. But I know we wouldn't be together unless we were meant to do this, so I guess that's partially why I'm going along with it.
You know, judging by the vision, I think we will come to believe in our mission over time.
I hope so. Amicus slowly pulls me back down with him, both of us lying on our sides as he spoons me. I try to think of something to say, anything really. Time is truly running out now, but I still come up short. Instead, I lie back down against Amicus, amongst the many silver wrappers of food, listening to him suck on his candies. It's comfortable, and for the moment, I let go of my worries and the tiredness of the night before catches up to me. Good. Exiting the stretch drive. Prepare for arrival in 20 minutes. I come to with a sudden jolt, Amicus jumping behind me as well. I sit up, rubbing my eyes. Wait, already? Amicus sits up next to me, a paw on my back.
Are you alright?
Damn it, Amicus. We were supposed to stay up. There's a sinking feeling in my chest as I realize we've slept away most of the time we had to travel. Why do you let me fall asleep? I look at him as accusingly, even as my eyes start to blur with tears.
Sorry, we were both so tired. You seemed at peace, and I didn't...
Sure, Marco, sure. I throw off the blanket that Amicus had pulled over us and step out of bed, turning away in case I break down like a little kid.
Marco?
I act like I don't hear him, moving to the cockpit area to look out the window. Sure enough, we're no longer in the stretch, instead drifting toward a familiar globe in the distance. Approaching Earth, we will arrive at Marco's residence in Rome, Italy.
Man, they're gonna drop into this apartment that someone else is or this room that someone else is staying in. It's gonna be amazing,
right?
Can't you drop me off at home?
Nah, just shoot the kid that's now living there. A heavy paw rests on my back.
Marco?
We're out of time. The lump in my throat makes it hard to talk. Slowly, Amicus hugs me.
Marco, we did have time. Several months, in fact. A few hours on a ship is no time lost.
Any time is time lost at this point. Amicus doesn't say anything, and I lean my head back against him, swallowing down my bitter attitude because I'm not about to let it ruin our last moment together. Sorry, I'm not ready.
I'll be able to come into your apartment. We still do have a bit of time left, you know.
I nod quietly, allowing Amicus to hold me for a bit until we have to get back to our seats for re-entry. I feel slightly queasy as we approach Earth at an unreal speed. I quickly spot Europe, the brilliant sprawl of light spanning the continent as a whole are far more intense than any city on Adastra. Italy's characteristic, boot-like shape stands out from the darkness of the seas that surround it. I focus on the glittering patch that I know is Rome, and within seconds we're descending into it. Won't everyone see us?
We're cloaked. Man, you couldn't have just come in and just been there.
Right.
Jump-started the whole process.
Facts. I trust what the wolf says, even though I hadn't noticed any difference. We continue to descend at a rapid pace, and we approach a blocked-off apartment. I grip onto the seat in anticipation of a hard landing, but our sudden yet gradual halt is gentle. We come to a stop on the roof of my residence. You landed on the roof?
Indeed. There was no room elsewhere.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Amicus opens the door and jumps out, and again I'm worried about being seen. But when he helps me out, I realize how dark it is. Stretch schedule indicates liftoff should commence in 15 minutes. Another twist in my chest as we're down to literal minutes. Amicus leads the way to a fire exit, and I'm struck by how strange it is seeing my wolf framed by this human world, yes. The sights of Rome, the sounds of the distant traffic, it almost makes it dizzy with how familiar it is despite having been away for so long. Amicus stops by at a balcony, and I trust that it's the one of my apartment, and he boldly slides open the door, apparently aware that the landlord never seemed to keep it locked.
So how long were they gone in Earth time?
I don't know. Maybe they'll just be stretch drive shenanigans.
I suppose.
Whatever. I step inside, and through the darkness, I can see my personal belongings are gone, obviously. It's cleared out and looks just about the same as when I first got there. It's empty, luckily, and I wonder if anyone has stayed here since I went missing. Probably not if there was an investigation. I swallow hard, remembering how much media coverage of documentaries there were about the 2 Canadian and British students that went missing here a few years ago. And the coverage of an Australian student who disappeared a week before I arrived. I hope I didn't get the same treatment while I was away, but I get the feeling that I must have. I shake my head once again, wondering where to even begin. I turn around, seeing Amicus standing there, and immediately I get a painful stabbing feeling between my throat and chest.
Oh, that's cute.
That's a cute CG.
Yeah.
His pose and demeanor, it's finally reflecting in our time together and is coming to an end. We both stand a few feet apart, unsure of what to say.
Well,
Yeah?
I suppose we should begin our farewells.
Yeah. Until next time, at least.
Yes, it will only be a moment in the overall time that we will have together.
Yeah. I'll bet when you come back to get me, we'll be like, wow, it was only yesterday you dropped me off.
Of course. Not even a full day. It will feel like hours, I'm sure.
The parents call it a cosmic microsecond or something.
Oh well, probably a bit longer than a microsecond, though I'm unsure of the length of a cosmic one.
8 years, I guess.
And I suppose that would be the case.
I try not to think about all of the things that are gonna make me cry. Like the thought of not waking up to Amicus for the first time in months. Or the fact that I won't have someone to really talk to at the end of the day. That I won't have someone that who's just genuinely kind and loving towards me like no one ever was before. I swallow the lump in my throat again. No, I'll have time to fall apart as soon as he leaves. I step forward and hug Amicus, burying my face in the warmth of his furry body. I'm breathing in his scent. I'm determined to imprint this moment in my mind as something to help weather I'm sure will be a hard 8 years. He rocks us back and forth for a moment, kissing my head like he always does.
You are more than prepared for this. You're strong. Why else would you have been chosen?
Thanks, and you'll continue to be an amazing emperor, Amicus.
Here's hoping.
Though, I still don't know know what to do right now. To be honest, like, do I just walk out into the street next?
Oh.
Amicus steps back, feeling around his cape and trousers.
I really hope I remembered... Ah! Here.
Amicus pulls out a slim, silver rod, about a foot long. It's one of those holographic tablets, and that I see the Imperial family carrying around every now and then, aside from Amicus. I've gotten the impression that he just isn't fond of electronics.
The parents have instructed me to give you this. It will connect to your lingua, which will transmit and display information that you might need. Otherwise, all communication will be through the lingua.
I reach out, taking it, the cold metal light in my hand. You almost forgot to give it to me?
Yeah. Well, I did remember.
I sigh, turning the rod over in my hand.
You turn it on by tapping the top.
I do as I'm told, and a blue, glowing plane slides out from the rod, like a page attached to a spine of a book. It's blank for now, though I know what will appear soon enough.
Just wait until they offer instructions.
Okay. I tap the rod again, and the hologram recedes. That seems, like, annoying, though.
What do you mean?
Like, that it's a foot long?
I mean, it's like a book.
Yeah, but, like, in your pocket?
You probably just carry it around as a rod. Or, yeah, you could slide it or something.
Oh my god, no, it should, like, collapse.
Fold it in half.
Yeah.
And then you could, like, slide it into your pocket, maybe. I don't know.
They're-
they probably carry it around, like, you know, like they're walking around, like, with a clipboard or some shit.
Yeah, but, like, pockets, though, gotta, like... Whatever.
I guess.
Whatever. Another awkward moment of silence, then.
Marco, I am so happy to have met you, and I thank you. You have made me a better man, and though this will be painful...
Amicus's voice cracks. His resolve is to remain strong finally gives in.
Oh, he's crying.
Oh no.
I will think of you every day, and we will meet again in 8 years, no matter what might happen between now and then. I will see you again.
His voice is strained as he struggles to get his words out. Then the tears really begin spilling.
Damn it.
Amicus raises a paw to cover his face in frustration, like he actually planned on not crying before we parted. And I find that silly, because of course we'd cry. I'm doing the same as I move forward to wrap him up, that's what it says, in a tight, almost desperate hug. He crushes me to his body, letting out a loud, gasping sob through his teeth as I feel the wetness of his tears land on my head.
I love you so much, Marco.
I love you too.
Like I've said, this is simply a stone in the way of our chariot's wheel. These few years are simply a push, and we'll be on our way again.
I've never heard someone refer to 8 as a few.
I mean, in the scheme of how long these dudes live, yeah, 8 years is really like nothing.
Are you one of the? Are you like me and like a few is a strict 3?
Yes, a strict 3. A couple is 2.
A few is
a
3,
few is 3.
and a handful is 5.
I like that. I'll agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I've always
handful
done it.
is 5. That's easy.
5.
Easy. Easy.
I remember someone like had like 7 of something, and it was just like, yeah, just a few, and I'm like, that is not a few. That is not a few.
No.
This is more than a handful. I can't fit it in. I can't physically fit this in my hand.
Yeah, that tracks.
And things will get easier over time.
Without a doubt. And remember your ring. Though I might be moving away, I'm moving right toward you from the other side. We are permanently connected.
Okay. Yeah, the universe is spherical. You prove it. The universe is flat.
Oh my god.
No. See, planets were spherical, but the universe is flat.
I guess you can go from one side to the other, sure. I mean, no one ever knows. No one will be able to travel the whole distance.
Exactly.
To know. So
no one can prove me wrong.
Yeah, like if you keep going, would you arrive back? Like if you left from a planet and went straight through the universe, would you end up back at the planet just by going straight?
Or would you stop at the source wall?
The source. Yeah, hit the source code and say, whoopsie daisy. That's what's true.
I don't care about the other theories.
It's like, oh no, I left my ring on Adastra.
The parents will deliver it. Just like
it would like be a meteor in the sky.
Yeah.
Crashing through the window.
We both stand there holding each other, trembling and sobbing. After a few minutes, though, we both calm down a little, and eventually I hear calm buzz faintly in Amicus's ear. Liftoff sequence will engage in 1 minute. Amicus steps back, firmly gripping my shoulder. He smiles. He smiles through the tears.
And I think we shall see each other before then. The parents are mysterious, like I said.
Definitely.
Marco, my lover, my partner, my future husband. I love you.
And you know I love you too. Amicus pulls me against his chest again. Hard, squeezing me.
You will have amazing success here. And I'll see you soon. Very soon.
He plants a kiss on my mouth, and I have just enough time to kiss back before my wolf turns away and disappears off the balcony. I listen to the metallic sound of his footsteps hurrying up the fire escape, and then nothing, until there's a soft hum that I can only imagine is the ship before it's silent again. I stand there in the dark, feeling a little stunned before moving to turn on the lights. I stand there, staring, unsure of how to feel. For a moment, it's mostly just an empty feeling, one that I'm sure will start to ache. Yeah, as soon as I realize how lonely I actually am. For now, though, I move to the desk, waiting, thinking. Then I set the metal rod on top of the desk and tap the top. The blue plane appears again, and I stare at it. It's blank, and I start to wonder if I should keep it open. I already know what I need to do. Maybe I should try to get some more sleep before facing what I'm sure will be a chaotic day. At that moment, though, I feel a twitch in my left eyelid. The word appears on the blue pane. Proceed to the European Commission office. The committee is expecting your arrival in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay. I read the words, knowing that the parents have already made contact here. They didn't leave me alone to try and convince Earth of the Galaxias. I look around, and as if I already know, I have something to take with me. But no, I'm still in my robes. People will probably just think I'm a street performer or a crazy tourist. At 3 in the morning.
I just noticed the legs on that chair.
Yeah, it go.
They wibbly, boy. They're stanced. That thing is ready for
strong.
action. They're ready for action.
He's here. My eyelids twitch, and a map appears on the screen, showing me a half-hour walk through various alleys and back streets, meant to keep me out of sight, I imagine. So with a deep breath, I pocket my alien gadget and proceed myself to begin this journey. I still don't trust the parents, not at all, but knowing the ultimate goal helps me stay on this path that they have me on. Unify Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Americas.
Good luck.
Keep the powers in Washington, Beijing, and Moscow in the dark until they fall in line. Then we all unify as equals. That's it. That's how you bring Earth together as one. Easy. I shake my head. I'm scared, but also relieved that things are moving so quickly. I am also relieved that this will keep my mind off the separation I've just experienced. With any luck, I'll be kept busy enough that I won't have to feel the full brunt of that agony all at once. I look back at the room where it all started, taking a deep breath. I'm actually kind of excited. The thing I'd been dreading for months has now started, and that gives me a boost of adrenaline, preparing myself to face my duty. Then I turn off the light, leaving the apartment behind, ready to start another new life. Okay.
We did it!
We got there!
Wow! Written by Hallie.
Yeah.
By Haps, art, background art, Black Sun, UI design, Dylan Wunsch.
All good.
Good job, fellas. Ah, yes.
Echo, that's a good logo. Like the Echo Project
So
logo.
strong.
I like it.
That's
Oh!
cute. Oh, he's sitting on the throne, bored, missing Marco.
Yeah.
The Endo.
Hey, and it has his ring.
Yeah, he has a little ring.
They
That's
do the
cute.
thing. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we fucking did it, man. Holy shit. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, shit.
What
did you do?
Look, it's fine, we got there. I make my way quickly to the throne room, trying my best to contain my excitement.
This guy's cute.
He's a lad. He's got a little ponytail.
It's a good look.
Wow. The mostly difficult part of this exciting new life I have is pretending that I'm not excited at all. So I try to look dignified as I walk into the throne room towards Amicus seated at the back. I stop and bow as low as I possibly can.
No need for that. What news do you have, Scipio? Yes, it's Scipio. That's how you pronounce.
Scipio.
No,
It's Scipio.
is it Scipio actually? Wait a minute. Wait. It might actually be Scipio.
Scipio.
Because Scipio is a traditional, like. Hold on.
I want to pronounce it Scipio.
It might actually be Scipio though. Hold on.
Scipio.
This is important.
What?
Scipio.
Unfortunately, I can't stop the smile from spreading across my face as I hold up the message.
Hold on.
Scipio.
Scipio. So yeah, I was right the first time.
Yeah, Scipio.
Scipio.
The Pharaoh has accepted our request. The diplomat's mission may commence as soon as you are ready. Emperor Amicus. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's the stinger that leads into Kemia?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
We did it!
We did it.
We did it!
Holy shit.
We're back to the Echo days of an hour-long part.
I know. I hope you guys really enjoyed that.
I was just like, I don't know how long. I know this is the end. I don't want to like
Just
end
gotta-
a part and then it'd be like 5 minutes.
That would have been really funny, though.
I'm like, we'll just brave it.
Hey, no skin off my back. Here's that hour. That's the finale. An
Yeah.
hour-long treat for you fellas.
You all love it. There was more than half an hour of reading in this.
Like, amazing, right?
That hasn't happened since Echo.
Since Leo's route in Echo.
No, we were pretty good during parts of Flynn's route.
Oh, true.
Yeah, there
It's because it was really engaging.
right.
Like, you wanted to read that
right.
shit. Oh, man. So how do you feel overall? What do you think?
I mean, I've always been kind of mid on Adastra.
Mhm.
Like, even now finishing it in full, I'm like, it's just not my cup of tea.
That's fair.
It is more of a me thing than anything else.
No, that's
like,
valid.
I'm like, I'm just not.
You're like, it's not, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a romance. It's not for me so much.
I think also part of it is like the cast doesn't click with me.
Yeah,
As
they're-
hard. Like,
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
it's like I like Cassius, Virginia, and Nephidu, and that's about it.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I don't know what it is. Like, Marco doesn't hit right for me.
Well, he's, it's supposed to be a little self-instarty, but Marco is a character that is supposed to.
I guess like I don't mind how self-entitled he is. I guess it's the fact that his self-entitled nature doesn't affect as much, and characters don't interact with him. Like, it almost feels like there's a little bit of a disconnect for me.
I mean, like the only person it really affects is Amicus, because like Amicus is making the effort to try to understand.
Yeah,
And see
I guess
where
like
he's
I
coming
would
from.
figure that like the other characters would call you out on it more, and it would be more of like a trait of Marco's,
Right.
kind of like how like Chase, like his shitty nature, people actively call him out for it. It's something that's like an
Right.
active part of his character.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Marco wasn't supposed to be considered as much of a character because he's the POV and narrator.
Yeah,
you know?
I get
Which
it.
it's a problem because he is arguably the main the main character.
I'm curious
narrator.
about this lad, Scipio.
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 Scipio. Anyway,
like, because I think he's the point of view character in Kemia.
for Kemia. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's maybe on the diplomatic mission to
Yeah.
Kemia. That's kind
I
of
think
cool.
so.
Hmm.
I think I've seen like artwork of him, so I assume,
Right.
but I like didn't see him in like the portrait shots and the preview images. So
Okay.
it's like, oh, I think he's the point of view character.
Okay.
That's just me like just pulling that out of my ass.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the little.
Because I think in Antaria, Marco is still the point of view character.
Interesting.
Well, because it takes place in Midquel. It's during that couple
That's
months
right.
skip.
Where they go through the city.
Yeah.
Where they go around the moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You remember you told me about that.
So I don't know,
Okay.
but I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed the Adastra podcast.
Yeah.
Uh,
This patch with this new ending was super weird because we already hit the real ending before, but then they patched in this.
yeah,
second
this
one.
whole thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
But thank you guys for sticking around.
Yeah, we'll see you around.